Now, at this point, I'm sure you guys are all very familiar with Frog's Titanious Maximus mod. However, have you ever wondered what would happen if you were to add, I don't know, another axle and 2 more wheels? Well, that's what he did, and I've brought both of them out here to the Truck Night map to compare them against each other and see what the differences are and see which one is more fun to drive. So obviously, since we've spent some time in the original Titanious Maximus, we're going to go right into the 6x6 version, fire it up, and take it into the garage. Now, as far as where this truck is going to be, like, will it be on consoles or anything like that, I'm not sure just yet. We will have to wait and see, although, if you're watching this video in the future, and this truck either is or isn't on consoles, both are a maybe at this present moment in time. So, let's go ahead and go into the customization. Now, let's go to the Super Stock, which is basically, like, S+ power to weight rating, and you guys, you get the gist of that. So, we got Stock, Off-Road, and Slow. I'm curious as to what the slow transmission is, but we'll throw the off-road in it for now, and we've got a bunch of different suspension options. Stock, stock tow, lifted tow, crawler, and flexi boy. We're probably going to go with the flexi on this one, and we have, let's see, a bunch of 43-inch options, and, oh, wow. Okay, so 42s and 43s are literally our only options. Okay, so I think for this setup, we're probably going to go with the... I'm going back and forth right now between the pit bulls and the boggers. I'm thinking for this application, probably the 43-inch boggers. And we will also do... Let's see, CB antenna regular. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see, CB antenna with a spring base, gooseneck hitch. Oh, that's really, really cool, actually. We'll go with the regular CB antenna. You can also do a plow on the front, which is really freaking cool. The openable hood is already there, and the bumper add-on basically gives you a bunch of extra repair parts, spare wheels, and fuel, if you so desire. And then you have the roll bar, roof rack, and supplies available on the other Titanious Maximus as well. Now, let's also go ahead and put the machete wheels on it. And color-wise, you, of course, have a full range of colors that would be in the game originally, although I'm kind of getting to the point where I would like to see some more color options on trucks like this. Like, for example, the color options that you see on the JBE trucks, where there's a big variety of different colors. I'd really like to see what Frog could offer on that front, but we'll see if he gets to that in the future. Now, we could throw beans on the dash, and we're also probably going to throw the pine tree under the mirror. And now, let's go ahead and take this thing out of the garage and see what it's like to drive on the main track. So, let's go ahead and put that suspension in high mode. It's quite a suspension. It really, really is. And without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, go! It's not even all that slow. I mean, even with the off-road transmission, it's pretty quick. Especially, like, for the type of truck that it is. Plunging into the first mud hole, throwing it in high to see if I can keep up that momentum. I have a lot more contact with the ground now since we've added another axle and 2 more wheels. Let's see if it'll stay in high. Wow, up the concrete block. It really did. Did a great job with it, too. Diving into the first water obstacle, and wow, and just, like, leaping right out of it as well. Little bit of suspension damage there, but since we got the flexi suspension, we don't really have to worry about it. It's got so much compression to work with. I feel like there might be better options for damping, though, because this setup, the flexi setup, is made for trail riding and crawling and maximum flex capabilities. But I feel like maybe for Truck Night, we might have a better option that we could use, again, in terms of the damping department, but not a bad option as it sits. So let's see if we can work our way through here in high, which it actually is able to do, which is very impressive. Now, we get to the point where the flexi suspension should really be of great use to us, and that's the rock crawling section, and wow, is it, or what? Holy smokes. Easy. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Even through a section like this that's very difficult, you have that extra axle in the back that can serve to push you while your front axle searches for grip to pull you. So you have all these different forces of momentum and grip acting on the truck, and I really like the effect that that gives you. Less likely to high center too, although it depends on what you were going through. I mean, if that rock back there, for example, was a little bit taller, we definitely would have run into a high centering concern, but as it stands right now, not so much. So let's make sure that we don't run into any more issues. This spot should be okay. Run it. Come on, run it, let's go. Throwing it high for the lumber obstacle. A lot of damage we picked up there, but that's all right. Actually, it just looked like a lot. It was only like, actually a little bit less than a quarter damage on the suspension. The soft suspension does really help here, though. Really, really helps over the big whoops. Not a bad run from the 6x6, though. Not a bad run at all. Really, really good job. I gotta give it props. I really do. So let's go ahead and stop that thing real quick. And now we're gonna go back into the normal Titanious Maximus and take it into the garage and do a quick build on it and make a run down the track with it and just see how it compares, how it feels, you know, just kind of in the differences. And one of the things that I think is gonna feel different about it is particularly the mud. So let's do the super stock, although the weird thing about the super stock on this one is that it's just B+. And you have 2 gearbox options, stock and off-road. And just to keep things fairly balanced, we'll go with the FlexiBoy suspension. And the thing that I was really hoping for on the other one was that you could go with the 47s, although I'm sure that the problem with the 47s was the fact that, you know, since those 2 rear axles are so close together, they would just collide with each other and it wouldn't work. So we'll go with the 47-inch boggers, again, just to keep it kind of like, it's interesting because I want to keep it fair, but at the same time, I feel like it's fair to go with bigger tires on this one because the other one had another axle. So you kind of have to go back and forth with, like, what's the best option to go with here. I'm going to leave the openable hood. Not really going to worry about any of the other options on that one because I didn't really use that many on the other version of the truck. And we'll just paint this one red just to be a little bit different. Throw beans on the dash. And we're going to go with the autumn leaf. That works. And now we're going to go with bigger tires, obviously. But, again, like I said before, the other one has an additional axle, so I think it's fair for this one to go for bigger tires. So let's fire it up and get moving. Obviously a lot slower, like a lot slower than the other one. A lot slower feeling, anyway. I'll put it in high a little bit too soon, but let's see. What does better in the mud? Bigger tires or an additional axle with 2 more tires? That did really well, I gotta say. No damage over the concrete block. Really good there. Definitely no complaints so far. Try to run that one diagonally because I've had a lot more... Whoa, okay. Had a lot more luck running that diagonally than I have running it, like, straight on, especially with these trucks. I'm not sure why. It just seems to be the name of the game. But back this thing up a little bit with the winch. I'm going to see if I can get it to a spot where I can roll it over without any dramatic issues. Just at least to where I can start it up. Thank you! Alright, now let's get out of here. Come on. Go, 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 go. That is one thing about the 47s, is that since it raises your center of gravity up so much more, it makes you a lot more prone to rollovers. I'm just going to put it in high for this section. I definitely think that the 6x6 feels a lot faster, but then again, you're dealing with an S+ power to weight rating as opposed to, like, what is this, B+? It's like, alright, big difference there, bud. Barely jumped it, and then when we actually got into the pool, or the pond, or whatever you want to call it, it really struggled to get into high, and really wasn't even able to. Come on! Make your way out. Not bad. Alright, so this, again, is where the flexi suspension is going to come into play. However, I really think that the bigger tires are going to give the like, 4-wheel drive one, as opposed to the 6-wheel drive one, a big benefit here. Let me back it up. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Probably not the best for reliability of parts, but... Oh, no! I'm just going to try and clear the gap. I mean... Even when I tried to just bump it into high, it couldn't do it, but I left it in automatic, and it was able to get over it, so that's a win in my book. Up the... Oh, wow. Okay, just bumper to rock. Bumper straight to rock. All right. Let's try to not have that be the name of the game here. High range and go! Power it up. There it goes. Let's... Whoa! Easy. Not bad. And, all right, power down. Power down. It's probably going to experience huge damage over the logs. Oh my god. Not really. But then again, it also kind of kicked itself out of high range, so you got to kind of, like, look at the give and take on that one, because the other one was able to maintain high range there, this one was not. But really good job over the whoops, though. I mean, it's really absorbing the bumps nicely. But then again, I feel like we got a better performance out of the 6x6, even with the 6x6's smaller tires. So with that being said, I'd love to know in the comments down below which one you guys think performed better and which one you guys would personally take home. I feel like a lot of y'all are going to say the 6x6, but I would still love to know y'all's opinions. And that is going to do it for this test and comparison. If you did enjoy, make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and I'll see you guys next time.